You look at your life, the career, the stability, maybe even the people around you, and you see that you have everything you once wanted. And the only thing you can think is, so what? Not in a bratty way, not in an ungrateful way, just, so what? You wake up, you go through the motions, you check the boxes, and at the end of the day, when the noise finally stops, you feel absolutely nothing. Not sadness, not anxiety, just a quiet, relentless emptiness that no amount of success seems to fix. And here's what makes it worse. You know you're supposed to feel grateful. You know people would kill to have what you have. So you smile. You say you're fine. And late at night, alone with your thoughts, you wonder what the hell is wrong with you. Here's the truth. Nothing is wrong with you. What you're experiencing isn't ingratitude. It's not burnout. It's not even depression. It's something deeper. It's an existential void. And it's one of the hardest things a human being can face. Because this isn't about serotonin levels or work-life balance. This is about meaning. Or more specifically, the complete absence of it. Let me explain. When people talk about feeling empty, they usually mean one of two things. They're either burned out, exhausted, drained, running on fumes, or they're depressed, dealing with a chemical imbalance that flattens everything. But what you're feeling is different. You're not tired. You're not sad. You're just hollow. Like you built this entire life, and now that you're living in it, you realize there's nobody home. That's the existential void. And it doesn't care how much money you make or how many goals you've crushed. In fact, it gets worse the more you achieve. Because every time you hit a milestone, you expect to feel something. And when you don't, the emptiness gets louder. You thought the promotion would do it. It didn't. You thought the relationship would fill it. It didn't. You thought the house, the car, the validation from people who used to doubt you. You thought all of that would finally make you feel whole. But it didn't. And now you're standing in the life you worked so hard to build, and all you feel is nothing. So what's happening here? Why does having everything make the emptiness worse? Here's the paradox. When you finally have everything you need, when you're completely self-sufficient, you lose your reason to exist. Think about it. For years, your life had a clear direction. You were working towards something. There was always a next step, a next goal, a next version of yourself to become. And that gave your days structure. It gave you purpose, even if that purpose was just survival or ambition. But now you've arrived. You have the things. You've checked the boxes. And suddenly, you're faced with the most terrifying question a human being can ask. Now what? Because if you don't need anything, if you're not striving for anything, if you're not building toward anything, then what are you even doing here? What's the point of waking up tomorrow? And here's where it gets even darker. You start thinking about mortality. Not in a morbid way, but in a brutally honest way. You have everything, and one day, you're going to die. Everything you've built, everything you've accumulated, everything you've worked for, it's all going to end. The house will belong to someone else. The career will be a footnote. The achievements will fade. And when you're gone, the world will keep spinning like you were never here. So if everything ends, if nothing lasts, if none of this really matters in the grand scheme of things, then what's the point of having it all? That's the existential void. And it's not a bug, it's a feature. It's your mind waking up to the fact that the life you built doesn't actually mean anything. Now, before you spiral, let me be clear. This isn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You just did what you were supposed to do. You followed the script. Society told you that if you worked hard, if you achieved enough, if you accumulated enough, you'd be happy. You'd feel fulfilled. You'd feel like your life mattered. But that was a lie. Because meaning doesn't come from having. It never has. Meaning comes from contributing, from serving something larger than yourself, from knowing that your existence, in some small way, matters to something or someone beyond your own comfort. And that's what's missing. You've spent years building a life that serves you. And now that you have it, you're realizing that a life that only serves you is a life with no meaning. Think about the moments when you felt most alive. Not most successful, most alive. Chances are, it wasn't when you got the raise or bought the thing. It was when you helped someone, when you created something, when you felt like you were part of something bigger than your own survival. When your existence had a purpose beyond just existing. That's what your brain is craving. Not more achievements, not more possessions. Connection to something transcendent. A reason to be here that goes beyond your own needs. And here's the thing. You can have all the material success in the world and still feel empty if your life doesn't serve anything beyond yourself. Because human beings aren't wired for self-sufficiency. We're wired for contribution, for legacy, for impact, not in some grandiose, change the world way, just in a simple, human way. Knowing that we mattered, that we were here for a reason, that our life meant something to someone or something other than ourselves. And when that's missing, when your entire existence is just about maintaining what you have and maximizing your own comfort, that's when the void shows up. Not as punishment, as a signal. A reminder that you were built for more than accumulation. So what do you do with this? Here's the shift. The emptiness you feel isn't telling you that you're broken. It's telling you that you're ready. Ready to stop optimizing your life for having and start building it around meaning, around contribution, around something that matters beyond your own survival. And I'm not saying you need to quit your job and join a commune or dedicate your life to charity. That's not what this is about. This is about reorienting your life so that it serves something beyond just you. Maybe it's raising kids with intention. Maybe it's creating something that outlasts you. Maybe it's showing up for the people you love in a way that actually matters. Maybe it's using your skills to solve a problem that's bigger than your bank account. The specifics don't matter. What matters is that your life becomes about something. Not just about having things, but about doing something that makes your existence meaningful. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. You don't need to wake up tomorrow with a perfect sense of purpose. But just knowing that the emptiness isn't about needing more. It's about needing to matter. That changes everything. Because now you know, the void isn't a problem to fix with another promotion or another milestone. It's an invitation. An invitation to build a life that isn't just successful, but significant. Not just comfortable, but meaningful. And that realization, as uncomfortable as it is the most valuable thing you could have gained. Because now you know, it's not about what you have. It's never been about what you have. It's about what you give, what you contribute, what you leave behind. The emptiness doesn't disappear because you achieve more. It disappears when your life serves something beyond yourself. And that answer, that purpose, you still have time to build.